First two racers on course, Monday night here at Pat's Peak, Corporate Racing. Sarah Man in blue with a time of 20.24, 20.24. Corey in red with a time of 21.22, 21.22. Also in red, John with a time of 18.89, and Steven in blue with a time of 18.12. Michael in blue with a time of 21.43, 21.43. And Sean in red with a time of 19.52. Amy in red with a time of 20.56, 20.56 in red. Matt in blue with a time of 19.52. Jeffrey in blue with a time of 23.82. And Bob in red with a time of 28.94. Sean with a time of 19.18. You're gonna have to speed it up there, Sean. John, beat your time. Fritz von Barrett in blue with a time of 21.49. And David in red with a time of 22.54. Robert in blue with a time of 19.46, 19.46 in blue. And Michael in red with a time of 22.08, 22.08 in red. Bruce in red with a time of 21.87, 21.87. You gave us the wrong bid number. Brett in red with a time of 19.84, 19.84 in red. James 137, please go up for a rerun. Jean in blue with a time of 20.32, 20.32. And Thomas in red with a time of 27.09, 27.09.
Thomas! Yeah!
Sam in red with a time of 19.88, 19.88. Daniel in blue with a time of 18.80. Richard in blue with a time of 21.21, 21.21 in blue. And Paul in red with a time of 20.52. David in blue with a time of 28.12. Scott in red with a time of 24.12. Mike in red with a time of 28.93. And Aaron in blue with a time of 23.68. John in red with a time of 20.07. Doug in blue with a time of 20.72. Sean in blue with a time of 18.22. Still need to up it about 10/100th or lower it. Jim in red with a time of 21.25. And Brett in blue with a time of 19.22. Andrew in red with a time of 18.48. James in blue with a time of 20.76. Michael in red with a time of 26.53. And David in blue with a time of 23.61. Jack in red with a time of 20.75. And Terry in blue with a time of 18.87. Almost caught the pace.
What's up with that?
Tom Culver in blue with a time of 20.68. And Tom McAndrews in red with a time of 22.03.
That's a good skier.
Brannigan in blue with a time of 17.38. You've got the night so far. James in blue with a time of 22.65 to 2.65, and Bruce in red with a time of 21.71. Dave in blue with a time of 20.46, 20.46 in blue. Peter in blue with a time of 19.21, 19.21 in blue. Anthony in red with a time of 21.35. Greg in red with a time of 22.05 to 2.05 in red. Steve in blue with a time of 21.38, 21.38. Kevin in red with a time of 28.46. Brendan in blue with a time of 26.37. Amanda in red with a time of 22.35. And Bliss in blue with a time of 20.79. Natalie, you won with the red, with the lead, you won. Anyway, you had a time of 26.28 in blue. Micah, you had a time of 19.49 in red. John in red with a time of 19.50. And Jim in blue with a time of 19.51. Sean in red with a time of 18.69.
I had a good edge.
Steve in red with a time of 19.45. Chris in blue with a time of 27.51. Jack in blue with a time of 20.77. John in red eked him out with a time of 19.25. Devin in red with a time of 21.17 to 1.17 in red. David in blue with a time of 25.14. Rick in red with a time of 23.34. And Mark in blue with a time of 21.91. Michael in red with a time of 20.58. And Drew in blue with a time of 23.51. Robert in blue with a time of 23.88. Michael in red with a time of 20.58. Corey in blue with a time of 19.83. Sarah in red with a time of 20.98. Ooh, and Steven, you beat the pace setter with a time of 18.32. Sean in blue with a time of 18.78. John Goss with a time in blue of 18.03. Michael Santa in red with a time of 21.86. Amy screamed across the finish line with a time of 19.80. Matt in red with a time of 20.09. Jeffrey in red with a time of 23.77. 23.77 in red. Bob Pelletier with a time of 26.88 in blue. Fritz Von Barron in red with a time of 22.20. 22.20 in red. David in blue with a time of 21.31. 21.31 in blue. Robert in red with a time of 19.87. And Michael in blue with a time of 20.72. Bruce in blue with a time of 21.32. Robert in red with a time of 19.87. 19.87, a good year. Brett in blue with a time of 19.19. 19.19 in blue. James in red with a time of 23.81. Jean in red with a time of 21, even. 21.00 in red. Thomas in blue with a time of 26.09. Daniel in red with a time of 19.51. 19.51 in red. Sam with a time in blue of 18.41. Richard in red with a time of 22.43. 22.43 in red. Paul Scarpetti in blue with a time of 20.02. 20.02. Scott in blue with a time of 23.59. 23.59 in blue. David in red with a time of 27.07. Hands forward, Aaron. Time of 25.11 in red. Mike in blue with a time of 28.64. Scott in blue with a time of 19.86. And Doug in red with a time of 21.35. Jim in blue with a time of 20.12. 20.12 in blue. Wow, Brannigan in red with a time of 17.68. James in red with a time of 22.45. 22.45 in red. Michael in blue with a time of 25.64. And David in red with a time of 24.17. Jack Ulber in blue with a time of 19.88. Terry in red with a time of 19.29. Tom in blue with a time of 21.46 to 1.46. Tom Culver in red with a time of 20.88. Dave in red with a time of 21.01. Anthony in blue with a time of 19.90. And Peter in red with a time of 19.70. Kevin in blue with a time of 25.90. And Brendan in red with a time of 27.75. Steve in a red with a time of 22.04. Greg in blue with a time of 21.82. Bliss in red with a time of 21.83. Jim in red with a time of 19.94. 19.94 for Jim in red. John in blue with a time of 18.34. That's John Naughton. John Caribou. John Carabanu in blue with a time of 18.58. Jack in red with a time of 21.82. Scott in red with a time of 19.71. Devin in blue with a time of 20.90. David mowed the lawn with a time of 25.29. Mark in red with a time of 22.27.